Man, I love
Chaz is your boy? Yeah. Hey, that man's tough now.
He's tough as fuck.
I broke his damn arm in the first minute and a half. He kept coming.
Did you hear his arm break?
Oh yeah, it popped several times. Yeah, it not only did I hear it, but I felt it pop. I knew it was broke. You know, as soon as I put him in that little arm bar, that boy's got some heart. Got a lot of heart.
So you said...
How you doing, boss man? I've seen you before.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
You said your last fight against Bruce Leroy was your best performance. How does this one stack up compared to that fight?
Man, I believe, you know, this is definitely one of my best performances. I got the TKO, got my second UFC finish, and I just finished a man that ain't never been finished before in 20 fights. So I'm definitely proud of myself. You know, I think that I probably could have done a few things better. You know, I was supposed to stop every takedown. I didn't stop the first takedown or two, you know, but I wound up getting him back. I took him down as well. I know that I could have stopped his takedowns. That's the only thing that really bothers me at all, is because, you know, whenever I really tried to stop his takedowns, I stopped them, but I let him get a couple through. But, you know, I think that probably in the long term helped me win the fight, because, you know, the only place I was worried about was his wrestling and then the ground game. You know, I knew my ground game was good. I knew his was good. But once we got on the ground, I broke his arm first minute or so in the first round, and he kept fighting through it anyways. And that was a big confidence booster for me, because I knew not only can I beat him on the feet for sure, I can beat him on the ground for sure. So all I got to do, stop the wrestling. And if I don't stop the wrestling, oh well, I know I can beat him on the ground. I've already done that, you know. So I was ready to go after that arm snapped.
Do you think it was a late stoppage?
No, not necessarily, because Chaz was steadily talking the whole time. The referee told him to work, and he said, I'm working. But, you know, he was stuck in a bad position. I had one arm trapped with my left arm. The other arm was trapped behind my back. You know, there wasn't much he could do but eat punches. And, you know, he was still trying to talk, still trying to work, and he was never completely asleep or anything like that. But, yeah, the referee, he jumped in, you know, and pretty much saved him, because I promised you a couple more to that chin, I was going to put him out. But the guy's tough. I got to give him that.
How many stitches did you get?
I honestly don't know. I didn't ask the doctor. You know, I got a few, but they gave me a 45-day suspension. You know, just to let the eye heal up. They said 6 weeks or whatever. But you know, as soon as the eye's healed up, hopefully I'll be back in the cage. You know, I'm probably not even going to take the whole 6 weeks off from training for damn sure. You know, I'll probably go hit pads and keep it light as I can and keep from busting that eye back open, and let Sean Shelby and them know that, you know, Jason Knight's ready to go again as soon as this eye lets me go.
Does this affect your plan to fight July, September, December to get that next one so soon?
You know, it doesn't affect my plans. I don't know about the UFC's plans. You know, if they don't want to let me fight that soon because of my eye, then so be it. But, you know, I'll be ready to go. What the hell's a little cut? You know, I'm a fighter. I'm gonna get cut. It's gonna happen. You know, it's just part of it. And I don't mind. I'll fight every fight bloody as hell if that's the case. It doesn't bother me. So if Sean Shelby, Dana White, and all them, you know, if they let me fight again in July, I'm ready to go. And, I mean, if not, if they don't want me to fight in July, let me fight September, October, December. I don't care. You know, I want to fight these last 3 this year. I'm on a 4-fight win streak. I've got 3 more fights left in this contract. I'm trying to get it to a 7-fight win streak, and hopefully next year be in that top 10.
You talked about Chaz's arm, and I was wondering when you felt it and what you think might have caused it.
I got him in the triangle right there in the first round, and I felt the triangle kind of slipping, so I went and started the arm bar. And as soon as I sunk the arm bar in, it got nice and tight, and I just kept on cranking with it, and it popped, popped, popped. I think Chaz might have even tapped one time, but then shortly after he was out of it, because I thought that the fight was over right at first. But shortly after he was out of the arm bar, he slipped out. But, you know, I felt his arm pop, 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 and I knew right then, you know, it wasn't just small pops. It was a break. Well, you know, we kept fighting, kept going, and he had a lot of heart, man. Well, I wound up getting him in an Americana. Honestly, I can't remember if it was first or second round. I wound up getting him in Americana, and I just knew that if I hurt that arm some more, he's going to give up. Well, I got him in Americana, pop, 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 pop some more, you know. and he would not give up. You know, the guy had a lot of heart. He came up to me right after the fight. First thing he said was, "Man, you broke my arm in that first round." I told him, "You know, I know I did. You know, hell of props to you because you kept fighting. Most people, you get your arm broke, you give up. But that man's like me. I don't care if my leg's broke. I'm going to limp out there to the center of the cage, and we're going to see what I can do with a broke leg, you know." And hella props to Chas Kelly. A lot of heart to that. I mean, that guy's got a lot of heart, and he gained all the respect in the world from me.
I know a lot of guys would like to go out there and get the quick finish, but do you sometimes want fights like these to showcase to the fans and maybe bring some new fans onto you?
Definitely. You know, the quick finish is always good because, you know, all the anxiety, all the bullshit's over with. But, you know, when you get in that cage and you have a war, there's nothing better. There's no better feeling in the world than when you go out there and you bang it out. You have a gritty, nasty fight and you get your hand raised, you know. I want tougher fights, you know. That fight was tough, don't get me wrong. Chas Kelly, he was a hell of an opponent, but I get my deviated septum fixed 5 days, you know. The 18th, I'm getting the deviated septum fixed. You know, y'all see me every fight. The last few, I get kind of tired, you know. I fought in Australia, and he wound up, I got a deviated septum from that fight. Well, it's getting fixed in 5 days, and I'm going to come back stronger, harder, more cardio, the best Jason Knight you've ever seen. I won't be getting tired no more, you know, and I feel for the guys that they put in front of me because now that I'm going to be able to breathe, I'm not running off of just hard after the first, second round. I'm coming out there, and I'm coming for this featherweight division, and I'm coming hard, baby.
You wanted to fight against Doo Ho Choi. You mentioned that a few times, but he's now matched up against Andre Fili. So who's another name that you'd like to call out?
Whoever they put in front of me, you know, I'll take whoever they put in front of me until they figure out that, you know, I deserve that Doo Ho Choi fight. I might as well do like Artem Lobov did and call out Cub Swanson, you know, because they gave him the fight, and, you know, I think that's horseshit because Artem Lobov, I'll kick his ass. You know, in my eyes, I'll whoop Artem Lobov, and hell, give me him. Give me Artem Lobov, and let me go out here and show y'all that I whooped that man, and maybe they'll give me a shot at Cub Swanson or Doo Ho Choi. You know, I don't know why they haven't booked that fight yet, but everybody knows I want the Korean Superboy, and it's no disrespect to him. Like he asked me a while ago, do I like those gritty, hard fights? That's the whole reason I want to fight Doo Ho Choi, because I know it's going to be a hell of a war. He's not going to back down. I'm not going to back down. We're going to go out there guns blazing the whole fight, and, you know, we're going to fight till either one man goes to sleep or one man gets a decision, and it's going to be a gritty, hard fight, and nobody's ever going to stop coming forward. You know, it's going to be something the fans love to see and something that'll go down in the history books.
I think he had said, and I hope I'm not misquoting, that there's only room for one hick in the trailer. You know, after having a tough fight with him and kind of feeling like is there some sort of more of a kindred spirit or a relationship between the two of you now that you went in there and you learned a lot about each other?
Yeah, I mean, he said there's only one redneck. There's only room for one redneck in this UFC trailer park, you know, and I'm not from a trailer park, but hey, looks like I'm the only redneck left, baby. You know what I'm saying? I took him out, and you know, no disrespect to him whatsoever, man. He's a tough fighter. He never really disrespected me much, and I never want to disrespect him. But, you know, I got nothing but respect for the guy. Any man that gets his arm broke and keeps fighting through it, you got a hell of a lot of heart, and you really want it, you know. And he went out there and he showed to me after that first round that he wanted that fight. But there ain't nobody in this sport that wants it more than I do, and I can promise you that.
Why is it so important for you to fit the last 3 fights of your contract within 2017 and not maybe space it out a little bit more?
Man, before I came to the UFC, I fought 5-6 times a year, and, you know, of course I'm kind of staying busy with the UFC. You know, I've fought twice this year already, but the way I look at it, I'm just trying to have fun as much as possible. You know, I mean, 3 more fights this year, and my ultimate goal is to win all 3 of those fights and next year be in the top 10. And I believe after that performance, you know, after beating Chas Kelly, they either put me in the top 15 or they give me a top 15 ranked opponent. And, you know, 2 years ago, I wasn't even heard of. But now I'm getting close to the top 15, so why the hell not fight my ass off, try to get these next 3 wins, be 7 in a row in the UFC, and then top 10 next year. That's a possibility, and you know, I'm reaching for the stars. You know, and that's what I want to do every time. I got in this career to have fun, and I'm having a blast. I don't know about you guys having fun watching me or not, but I'm having a blast out there every time I go out there. To me, you know, of course, I love to win, but winning isn't everything. I want to go out there and have a blast, put on for the fans, and not only for them. You know, I'm not doing this for everybody else around the world. I'm doing this for me and my family. I got 3 kids at home, got a fiance at home, and you know, I just want to make sure that they got the best life that I can possibly give to them, and I get to do it doing something I love, you know.